Welcome to the tutorial on realization of mod n asynchronous counter using IC 7490, which is implemented using the digital IC trainer kit. So the mod n asynchronous counter using the IC 7490, the pin configuration has been shown here, and this basically consists of a mod 2 and a mod 5 counter, and the reset count truth table has been shown, or the function table has been shown in this particular diagram. So to discuss more about the IC 7490, it is basically a ripple counter or a decade counter that has various names like mod n counter, a decade counter, or a BCD counter. It is an IC which is a TTL MSI decade counter, that is medium scale integration IC, and it contains 4 master slave flip-flops and additional gating to provide a divide by 2 counter, and 3-stage binary counter which provides a divide by 5 counter. So if both reset inputs, that is RO1 and RO2, are at logic 1, then the flip-flop will be reset and the output is given by all QD to QC to QB to QA to be equal to all zeros. If both the reset input, that is R9 and this R91, R90 and R91 are at logic 1, then the counter output is set to decimal 9, that is why you obtain 1001. Now if you consider any one of the reset pins, that is RO1 and RO2, and one of R9, which is either of them, if either of them is at low, then the counter will be in the counting mode. So the reset and the count table shows the basic working of this particular IC. So you can see that if any one of them, any of the reset pins is at logic 0, the counter will start counting, otherwise it does not count. So this IC can be redrawn in a simplified manner, which indicates the mod 2 and the mod 5, where you can see that if you want to configure this particular IC as a mod 2 counter, we can just make use of QA and few of the reset pins, and if you want to configure this as a mod 5, you can make use of QB, QC, QD with reset inputs, and you can obtain the outputs. So let us begin with the mod n asynchronous counter using IC 7490. So here I have the pin diagram, which I have shown in much detail comparison to the previous one. So you have the IC 7490 to be a mod 10 or a decade counter, which is a 14-pin IC with a pin configuration which is as shown here, and various description of the pins is also being specified. So you can see that inputs are 2 in number. One is input 1 and input 2, which is indicated in the pin configuration, whereas in the table it has been specified as input A and input B. So input A, or say input 1, is the clock input to the flip-flop A, which is a negative edge triggered. You should remember that in this whatever discussions of realizations of various circuits that we are doing, we are talking in terms of the triggering that occurs for the negative edge of the clock pulse. And input B is the clock input to the internal mod 5 ripple counter, which is again a negative edge triggered. So the diagram that shows here has a clock A and a clock B. So the same thing has been illustrated here in this particular description, and we have the reset pins and you have the outputs. If you want to obtain a mod 5 counter, you need to make use of QD, QC and QB, whereas mod 2 counter you need to make use of QA, wherein QA itself is the LSB, whereas for mod 5 QD will be the MSB bit. So let us check out how to use this particular IC to generate a decade counter, and we have various other counters that can also be obtained using this particular IC. So the first one that we have is a decade counter, that is mod 10 counter using IC 7490. So here you can see that we have kept all the reset inputs at 00. That is because the function table says that if the reset inputs, any of the reset input is 0, then it will start counting, and the remaining reset pins are X. That means it can be the 1 or 0. If you observe here, we have kept all the reset inputs at 0, so that it implies that we can start counting, or the IC will start counting. And since it's a decade counter, that means it will start counting from 0 up till a binary representation which corresponds to a decimal 9. So you have a clock A and a clock B, and both are negative edge triggered, so that is why we have a bubble here to indicate that. And this decade counter basically is in the incremental manner, so I can say that this is an up counter, or I can say when you switch on the trainer kit, all the inputs will be 0. So on further application of the clock pulses, you will observe that the counter will start counting up till a 9, and at the 10th clock pulse it will reset itself to all zeros again. Next we have the IC 7490, and using this particular IC we will try to implement the decade counter, that is the mod 10 counter. The mod 10 counter basically counts from 0 to 9. So in binary, 9 will be represented as 1001. So the first output that I obtained is the one which is obtained as soon as I switch on the IC trainer kit. So this is the first output, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, and then it's reset to 0. This process continues. So basically this particular mod 10 counter counts from 0 to 9 and then resets. 8, 9. So next we have the mod 3 counter. In the mod 3 counter, it will start counting from 0 to a binary representation which corresponds to decimal 2. So you have 0010. So if you look at the mod 3 counter using the IC 7490, what we do here is that in general IC 7490 is a decade counter. So it will continue to count up till a binary representation of 1001, that is equivalent to decimal number 9. Now we want it to stop counting up till the point when you have counter to only count till mod 3, that is to count till a decimal value of 2. We need to ensure that for a combination of decimal representation corresponding to 3 in binary would be 0011, it has to be reset. So what we do here is for 0011, QB and QA are the ones which will be equal to logic 1. So that is why QA and QB is ANDed, and the result that is obtained is given to the reset input, so that you obtain the output only till 0 to 2 in binary. Next is mod 3 counter, and this mod 3 counter uses IC 7490, which is a asynchronous counter. And here you can observe that we are using all the outputs QA, QB, QC, QD, because it is mod 3 and we want at the binary output 3, the output should be reset. So that is why at the case for 0011 we make use of AND gate and give it to the reset pins. So this explanation I have already done in the tutorial, so let me quickly switch on to the IC trainer kit and observe the output. One main observation is that clock pulse 0, you have outputs all zeros. Clock pulse 1, you have output as 0001. Clock pulse 2, 0010. Clock pulse 3, output will be reset. I have switched on the IC trainer kit, and QD, QC, QB and QA are all zeros. On the application of the first pulse, I have the output as 0001, which is equivalent to decimal 1. Next clock pulse 0010, equivalent to decimal 2. third clock pulse it is reset. So in a similar manner this process continues. So this is a mod 3 counter which counts from binary 0 to binary 2. Now coming to the mod 6 counter. For the mod 6 counter, the counter will start counting from 0000, and this is the 0th clock pulse. That is, as soon as you switch on the trainer kit, 000 will be the first thing that will appear onto the output indicators of your IC trainer kit. So on application of up till the 5th clock pulse, what happens is that you obtain the value 0101. For decimal representation 0 in binary would be 0110. That means QC and QB are the ones which will be equal to logic 1. Now if you want to convert this QC and QB to be reset and you want to obtain the same condition like the one that is obtained for clock input 0, what we do is we need to make use of QB and QC, which has to be ANDed together and given to the reset inputs. So that is what has been shown here. So we have ANDed QB and QC and given to the reset input pins. Next we have the mod 6 counter using IC 7490. In this case, mod 6 means it will start counting from binary 0 to binary 5. Binary 6 is represented using 4 bits as 0110, and in this case QD is the MSB bit, QA is the LSB bit. So 0110 will give you a logic 1 at QC and QB. So if we want the binary representation 6 to be reset, what we do is we are going to AND QB and QC and give it to the reset inputs. So let me explain this using the IC trainer kit. I have switched on the IC trainer kit here, and this is the monopulse that I am going to provide. Initially, as soon as I apply or switch on the IC trainer kit, it is equivalent to applying a clock pulse 0, wherein I have QD, QC, QB and QA all to be equal to logic 0. So first clock pulse you have the output to be equivalent to decimal 1, decimal 2, decimal 3, decimal 4, decimal 5, and next it is reset. So 6th clock pulse it will be reset, and the same process repeats. So mod 6 counter basically counts from binary representation 0000 up till 0101.